Beauty is a trap. We call ourselves ugly girls because ugly women know that beauty is a trap. Ugly women know that beauty is a game of which the winners have already been picked. Ugly women know that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So beauty in itself, those who possess it really don't have any power, because the beholder is the one who affirms the woman and tells her that she's beautiful. The beholder says what the woman is worth. So ugly girls realize this, or at least we have to, because in the grand scheme of things, most of the people that we will come in contact with and we interact with and we do business with and we have romantic involvements with are going to try us. Try us in the form of, let me see if you can be my footstool. I think you can. I think you're beneath me. And I think you know that you're beneath me. I think you know that you're the charity case in this relationship. So let me see how far I can push things with you. Let me see what the depths of your self-esteem really is. So everyone tries us. Everyone tries to manipulate and control us. Now, granted, this is human nature in general, but when you are unattractive or average at best, people are not intimidated by you. And a lot of times it's only intimidation, feeling intimidated, that makes people or inspires people to act right. Intimidation is what inspires respect. UGC, in case you didn't know. Respect is about feeling uncomfortable in the presence of another person. Respect is fear. Hello? That's really all respect is. I'm a little bit fearful of you because I feel a little bit inadequate around you, because I feel that you're better than me in some sort of way. That's all respect really is. Who feels that way about you? Who? So when there's no respect there, there's no sense of intimidation there. There's no feelings of intimidation. There's no feeling like I have to be on my best behavior, because there's no fear of consequence. When you're unattractive, nobody fears a consequence by mistreating you, by not giving you what they promised you, by insulting you or abusing you in some sort of way. So these are the things that I talk about on this platform. A lot of you still don't believe fat meat greasy. And it's unfortunate, because I'm letting you know. I'm letting you know what you're in for, to prepare for it. But a lot of y'all are still holding on, but the beauty, but you gotta be attractive. And if you're not attractive, granted, that's all the case. Granted, being attractive does open doors. I'm not going to lie about that. I'm not going to lie about that. But the methodology that a lot of us are using to become more attractive isn't working. Isn't working. It's not working. We're looking like fools out here. We're looking like bargain Filene's basement dresses. Okay? We're not Nordstrom's. We're Nordstrom's Rack. We're the retail outlet that they send all the damaged dresses to. That's how we're looking out here. Trying to be attractive. For who? For who? Dudes that want to bend you over and use your cervix and your vaginal canal as a science project, when the best thing that you could do to become attractive is go to the gym. You don't go to the gym, you buy makeup. Huh? You don't have a gym membership, and if you have a gym membership, you don't use it, but you buy makeup to look pretty. How's that working for you? So a lot of us are spinning our wheels, getting nowhere. A lot of us are under the impression that we have status and clout that we really don't have. And all you have to do is look at who you're attracting and the results that you're getting, and how much convincing you have to do to get a result, to understand and realize and quantify the level of clout that you have. If your sales campaign is extensive, you don't have clout. You don't. Nobody's going to raise their status by being with you. You don't. What you are is a beggar with bells and whistles around you. That's all you are. You're a beggar with a lot of bells and whistles that you can afford to, throw on your back. And there it is. So on this platform, I talk about a lot of harsh truths, harsh realities, because life is harsh. Life has been harsh to us, and we have to face it head on if we want this thing that y'all throw around called self-esteem. If you want that, you can't be in denial and have self-esteem. Self-esteem is about facing truth and bringing truth to power, letting the truth empower you, not having your head in the sand and all this rhetoric about, beauty is subjective. Where? Beauty is an institution, UGC. It's not subjective. Everybody has an idea in their head about what beauty is based on what everybody else thinks. It's an institution. It's a religion. Beauty subjective, my ASS out here. I wish I could cuss, but I want my ad money. So that's what it is. Ring the tambourine. So we're going through life, shadow boxing with ghosts. Not really getting anywhere because we are not empowering ourselves in the ways that matter most. I need for y'all to get the likes up. I need for y'all to get the likes up. I deserve every like from everybody watching me right now. Every single one. More, please. Y'all can hit the Cash App too. Don't be shy or scared of that either. So I was perusing my Facebook page, and there was a post from a gentleman, I believe his name is Solomon, that caught my attention, because in the post he had beautiful pictures of him, I guess an engagement photo or a wedding photo. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was him and a woman that looked like his wife. And in the post he says that his fiance, I believe he called her his fiance in the post, that he recognizes that she's not the most attractive nor the most intelligent, but I guess in so many words, he grew to appreciate what she was, and what he found out that she was the best thing for him. In so many words, I'm ad-libbing here, but that was pretty much the gist of it. That post went viral. That post went viral. Now, looking at the post, looking at the pictures, the wife is very attractive. She looks about as attractive as he is, and probably a little more. If we're doing the scale, he's not meeting her, matching her in the presentation aspect of it. You know, he's not a match in attractiveness. He looked rather skinny, looked rather little effeminate, you know, a little bit. And it was funny because Kadano, one of our honorary UGC members who did a presentation. For those of you who are Patreon members, you can go see that. You got to scroll down a little bit, but there's a, I think we did, was it like 4 hours and some odd presentation on heteroflexible men, and he was giving us, you know, the intel on how a lot of these men are posturing as heterosexuals out here, but they like femininity in all forms, whether masculine, whether it's male or female. So he did a whole presentation on that just for Patreon members. So if you're not a Patreon member, you need to join today and go see that presentation. We have several presentations on there that are really chock full of information that you can use. So he had said that, you know, this guy looks like he could be gay. You know, his gaydar went up looking at the pictures. And, you know, I did a post on it in the community tabs section of this YouTube platform, where I said, you know, to me, I appreciated his honesty about what he felt, but I did think it was in poor taste for everybody, for the world to know that he felt or feels that his wife isn't as attractive or as intelligent as he would have liked her to be. Right? I don't think the world needed to know that. I think if you're going to honor the woman or the man that you're deciding to spend the rest of your life with, you can omit all the things that you think are deficits about them. Like, those don't hold any place in praise. Why start it off with, well, you know, you're not the best this or that, but you're the best for me. You know, that's sort of like a backhanded, underhanded compliment. You know, it just it didn't wear well to me. I thought it was disingenuous. I just thought it was disingenuous. Just to put it out there, to me, was just really, really in poor taste. But what his sentiments were are the exact things that I tell UGC to prepare for. I've told y'all on this platform for years now. I've been doing lives in my car, in various cars, for a few years now. And when I first started doing these car talks, I told y'all that if you screw 10 men, 9 of them didn't find you attractive. 9 of them. Because we have to leave one out because there's no absolutes. But it might have been all 10. Who knows? But at least 9. And I told you that, and when I told you that at the time, a lot of y'all thought that was really cruel to say. Also, because you know, that's insensitive, and you know, you have to watch what you say. Why? Look what he said about his wife. Basically, she's not the best looking, which would imply that, you know, I could have held out for something a little better than this, but, you know, I gave it a shot because she had other qualities that I liked. You know, in so many words, that's what he said. You think you haven't screwed a dude that's like, you're not really cute, but you have a good personality? Do you really think that there hasn't been one man, or maybe a few, that you've slept with that wasn't really turned on all the way by the way that you looked? This is reality. So what do you do in that instance? Do you throw the baby out with the bathwater? Because the next question would be, okay, if he doesn't find me all the way attractive, does that mean the relationship is trash? Like throw out the whole relationship because he doesn't find me attractive? And a lot of you ugly girls are going to have to answer that. Y'all are really going to have to sit back and answer this. Because the reality for us is we're average out here. Or below average out here. Which means that anybody that we get with will probably say, you're not my dream girl. But you'll do. You think men aren't settling out here? For those of you whores that say you can't go on a coffee date because that's lowering your standards. You think the dudes who screw you ain't lowering their standards too? He ain't seen your real hair nor your real face. Your waistline is brought about by a girdle. But he isn't lowering his standards a little bit too? The sex game ain't really all of that. Some of y'all think y'all better than what you are in there too. He got to show you how to do a few things. He got to tell you not to use your teeth. Too much teeth, girl. Pull back. Huh? He got to show you how not to use so much teeth on that thing. But I'm the prize. But I'm the prize, Salkis. Where? I'm just being honest. What Lato say, Lato, or whatever her name is, say, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. So that's what it is. That's what it is. Didn't I do and I think the video is still up, where I did a YouTube video about Tobe, what's his name? Tobe and Fat, the duo, the husband and wife music group, rap group. I don't know what they are. They're entertainers. Because a couple, maybe a year or so back, he went on the record as saying that he wasn't attracted to his wife at first. That she wasn't his type. And somehow, I guess she grew on him, so to say. And we were outraged about that. How could he say that? Listen, there's a whole lot of that going on. I need more likes on the stream, though. I need more likes. I need to see a Cash App donation, something, for what y'all getting over here. I'm pulling some of y'all up out of depression and suicidal thoughts. Put something in the Cash App and give me a like, please. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So then Tobe say that Fat wasn't hitting on nothing for a while, and then, she kept auditioning to get on the team, and then eventually he was like, let me give her a shot. There's a whole bunch of that. Now, in that video, I said, there's an implication when people talk about standards and making sentiments of, you weren't my type, I really didn't like you at first. There's this implication there that that person could have gotten who they liked, and that's not true. So because I don't like you, or you're not as pretty as I would like you to be, doesn't mean that that person can actually get the person that they feel is pretty. That's just conversation. The talk about standards for both men and women is really just conversations, because at the end of the day, it's what you can get. Fool. You dudes that watch my channel too, y'all got all kinds of standards and stuff like that too. But it's what you can get. But the difference between male and females is men can kind of resolve the conflicts with that. They will be like, okay, well, this is it. Pasaline, thank you for your $20 Cash App. I see you. So they can resolve their conflicts with that pretty quickly and go, you know what? I would like this big booty Judy, but I'm gonna take a flat ass Pam right now, because she can work with a dude. She working with a dude. She got other qualities. We can do something, build something together. I want big booty Judy, but that ain't reality for me. Let me work with what I got over here. Men can relatively reason out the reality of what they have to pick from. Women can't. Some of y'all been waiting 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Y'all been celibate for 18 years, waiting on Mr. Right. Waiting on Mr. Right. You're serial dating, back, forth, front, side, and center. And the one you want don't want you, and you can't get it through your head. You got a point to prove, and you're using your whole life and wasting your own time trying to do it. So we see examples of men pretty much settling everywhere. Men are settling all the time. They're married men, you know, it's a whole settle going on, but it doesn't mean that you can't value that person. And you're not enjoying and building a life with that person that you've settled with. Doesn't mean that. But you look around you. How many people you know with their dream come true? How many? So Solomon and his sentiments about his wife were disheartening because, you know, and insensitive, because this is his wife. And there's a time and place to be honest and reveal things. And I don't think social media is a platform to say, you know, I could have done better, but I chose her because I wanted, I don't know, whatever. You don't take that to Facebook. You sit with your wife, and maybe she don't even need to know. Honestly, maybe nobody needs to know that, including the person that you're with. Like, because what will that do, you know, to bring the relationship closer, to make the bond stronger? Is a person knowing that you're not everything that they would have liked, but they're still with you. How would you feel in hearing that? Would that bring you two together? Would that bring you two together? We're living in a day and time, and that dude's a life coach, by the way, of all things. A life coach. It's his profession. I think we're just living in a time where the transparency is like it's in the stratosphere now. Like everybody's just an open book unnecessarily. And certain things just don't need to be said. If they're not going to make your relationship better, the situation better, if it's not going to bring about closeness, you keep it to yourself. You keep it to yourself. But again, what he said was an example of what I tried to prepare you girls for this real life. In real life, your body is an apology letter. In real life, what you coming with is an apology letter. Now, what he said about her not being as attractive was, one thing. We UGC over here. That's what it is. There's a lot of you chicks that are ugly and don't know it. A lot of you, if they burnt down every beauty supply store, you be right here with us. If they dropped a nuclear bomb on every Chinaman beauty supply store, you will be with us. Hello. Yo. So some of y'all don't know you ugly because you have makeup. You buy makeup. But what he said about her not being as intelligent kind of rocked me a little bit. Like, ooh. So, it's one thing, you're not my dream girl. We understand that. We get that. But then you attack her intelligence too. So she's not smart either. You're not impressed with her intellect either. Oh, like, ooh. That one was like, my antenna raised up like, well, damn. God damn. What are you with her? Why are you with her then? For her ovaries? Why are you with her then? For what her mouth do? I heard his wife went to school for mathematics. Did she? Wow. Wow. And she looks so pleasant, so agreeable, so happy. She looks really happy with him. So, I'm not saying that she's not being treated well. That ain't up for debate. I'm just talking about what he let the world know about what he thought about this girl. Some men was they were saying, well, he's just being honest, and it ain't that bad. Oh, but when Beyonce's mother did it on national TV, played down her husband, saying, he ain't perfect. He got a lot of issues, but we here. Y'all was like, well, he a simp for sitting through that. How could she disrespect him like that? So it don't sting until the shoe is on the other foot. You don't understand until the shoe is on the other foot. The Post is giving Tobin fat. And there's a lot of Tobin fat out here. There's a whole bunch. Most of us are in Tobin fat relationships out here. That's the point. That is the point. Are you ready? Are you ready for that kind of truth? Are you ready for that kind of reality? That if you get with somebody, you're coming with flaws that you're hoping they will overlook. You're hoping they will overlook it and see quantify the total value of who you are. That's what you're hoping for. But are you ready for the reality that he's settling for you? Y'all, a lot of y'all whores talk about, you big Willie. You don't want to do coffee. You got to do 5-star restaurants. The ticket price of your dinner gotta be $500. We got to have some burger with gold leaf on it and all that because you're all of that. You're all of that. Meanwhile, a lot of y'all have emotional issues. A lot of y'all have real emotional issues. A lot of y'all are narcissists. A lot of y'all are uncooperative. A lot of y'all are selfish. So what kind of partner would you even be? You're real selfish. And you can't afford to be these things. Not when you have deficits. You can't afford to be selfish and you not nobody's dream. What is that about? That's what a lot of you are. I think it's healthy to acknowledge flaws, but if he wanted to convey that, he would have listed his flaws too. Yeah, he should have listed his. Then it would have, we could have accepted it a little bit better. I don't think it would have been an issue if he had came on and said, I think my wife is this, and this. She doesn't have this and this and this. And I don't have this, and this. But we're coming together with all of our ups and downs, all of our goods and bads, and we're coming together and we're making a strong relationship work. Now that's honest. That will go over well. But he never listed any of his. He made it seem like, he was giving her a shot. That he was lowering himself out of the kindness of his heart to give her a shot. That's something that's an issue. That's an issue. But a lot of these men think this way. A lot of these men think this way. And UGC, you ladies have to prepare your mind for that reality. For that reality. I would never tell a man that I'm with that I could do better than him unless I had my bags packed and I was walking out the door. I would never tell that wouldn't be something that I would say in the same conversation as me praising him for what he does for me. Because to me that's not complimentary. I wouldn't do that. Because in my mind, I'm conscious of what is the goal? Do I want you to feel good about being with me? Because I assume that's what a compliment is for. When you're complimenting the person that you're with, you want them to feel good about being with you. Why put in there, excuse me, y'all, why put in there that, nah, I could have done better? What about partners who give the silent treatment often? Well, that's used as emotional manipulation. Silent treatment is the same to me as cussing somebody out, because you're cutting them off, you're disregarding them. So that's mind screwing around, playing games. And that's not good. That's not good. I feel just leave the attractiveness part out. Like, what's the point? That will give you peace. Listen, UGC, for us, we have to leave the whole attractiveness thing out. For those of you who are real UGC, because some of y'all come here to critique. Some of y'all come here, you really are an ugly girl, but you're scared to admit it. I deal with a lot of you whores that, you're towing the line, you're on the fence. You kind of know you ain't it. You ain't the it girl, but you just don't want to admit it. So you hang on here like some kind of rusty hound dog that's looking for some free food or something like that. You hang around pretending that you're not a part of it, but you hear it all the time. You chicks are gonna get your feelings hurt. I guarantee you, somebody's gonna break you down out here because you're on the fence. You still value looks that you don't have. You still value this level of attractiveness that you know deep inside you don't have. And you're playing both sides of the middle. You got one foot here and one foot there. And you're not exceptional on either side. You got to pick a side. You got to pick a side, UGC. And you don't have to confess to every roach that crawls across your feet how you feel about you. But you know in the back of your mind, okay, this is what it is. And I'm just preparing myself for what it is. I need more likes on the stream. Y'all need to join Patreon. Y'all need to join Patreon too. Where my admins at? If there's any admins in here, put the links. You prepare for this thing. And it will lessen the heartbreaks and the disappointments. If you leave with vanity, listen, I've said this on this platform a million times. Some of y'all end up in bed with men who don't like you, all because he complimented you on the way that you looked. Some of you have become baby mamas because of a compliment, because of an ego stroke. And what I'm trying to get us, condition us to think is that, listen, I like your affirming. I like it. But I don't need it. I don't need it. So if you don't give it, or if you give it and you snatch it back, my world doesn't fall apart, because I knew from the onset, from the beginning, that the compliment that you give me is conditional to begin with. And some of y'all find that, that way of thinking to be depressive and unappreciative, and you're closing yourself off and you're in a bubble. No, it's not. No, it's not. The only thing we're doing is saying, listen, I hear what you're saying, but it could be a lie. And if it's 50-50 that it could be a lie, guess what? I'm just gonna lean. I'm just gonna lean to it being a lie until you show me that it's the truth. I'm just gonna allow you to show me if it's true or not. That's all we're doing here, UGC. We're not believing anything. And we understand that a lot of things that we get are based on condition. Those of you who have been on my platform for a couple of years, my plus ones, know that a compliment isn't what? Let me see where my plus ones at. A compliment isn't what? Answer that. Who been listening? Hello? Hello? Thank you. Thank you. It's not. So I want you to burn that into your head. When people are coming at you, listen, you gotta trip that wire sometimes. I was at the grocery store the other day and I met this dude. This dude was coming on to me. He was the finest dude that ever approached me in my entire life. And Lord knows, my innards were jumping. I had to run out the store like, hold up now. Wait a minute. What's going on here? He could have took it right there in the Wonder Bread aisle if he wanted to. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh, I love the way you look. Oh, I love your cowgirl hat, your whole style, this and that. And I'm like, and I'm like, wait a minute. Listen, I had to pull my own self up out of hell's pit. He could have took it right there in the bread aisle. Yes. I wanted to have his baby on aisle 2. Come on and impregnate me. Oh. Listen, I had to remind myself I'm UGC out here. Wait a minute now. But that's what it was. It can get you. If you not careful, you gotta have a on-off switch. You gotta have an on-off switch. That dude was gorgeous, and I ain't hype off for nobody. He's like, can I have your number? I'm like, oh no, no, please. He said, please, y'all. I was like, yo. He begged me in the bread aisle. Girl, I had to run up out of there. You kidding me? Mm-mm. 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 No, ma'am. You talk about like sparks flying all over the place. I'm like, what is this? Yo, I would have had his baby. I would have had his baby, you hear me? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Who is this? Are you spamming? Are we have spammers in here? Where my admins at? Yes, girl, I ran out. Pam, you might have to go, love. Let me see. Pam? Gotta go. So yeah, y'all, listen, I know what it is. I could scratch that off my bucket list. The dude was gorgeous. I was like, wait a minute. My vagina said, wait a minute. My whole vagina was like, pause. Hold up. Hold up, girl. I'm like, you hold up. We getting out of here. I had to tell my vagina, let's go. Y'all don't hear me. I had to tell my vagina, let's go, bitch. Let's go. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. So listen. Y'all have to be on guard, mindful, present, focused, because the devil is a lie, but he is out here. The devil is a lie, but people believe. And you always got to pull yourself back to reality. Even though it may not be fun to be there. Even though you want to believe people in their stuff. You want to believe people when they say kind things to you. You want to believe it. But you have to center yourself. I don't know. The dude was clearly younger than me. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what he was into, but I wasn't going to be nobody's experiment. Nobody's. Nobody's. You deal with reality so you remain safe. So that you can remain as safe as possible. The devil is working overtime. Yeah, shake the tambourine on that. Shake the tambourine on that. The devil is busy. But like we say here on the Ugly Girls platform, what's a goon to a goblin? Hello? What's a goon to a goblin out here? I don't know why any of you would be with a dude that intimidates you. I don't know why any of us, and a lot of you do that. You entertain solicitations and relationships with men you are totally uncomfortable with. And uncomfortable in a way of, you know he's better than you. Like way out your league. But you're entertaining it anyway? Why do you do that? Because you can't keep a discerning eye. If your vagina's pulsating like this, you're not thinking. If it's going like this, you're not thinking about nothing. You're thinking about what he want, when he wanted, how he wanted, if he wanted, how much he wanted, and if you don't have it, how to get it. You walk into being used and manipulated. You walk into that. And those kind of relationships don't work well. I'm a little confused. Are you for male-female relationships or not? What are you confused about? What kind of question is that? What kind of question is that? Are you new here? I know you're not new here because I've seen your name before. Why would you be confused if I'm for male and female relationships? I'm for women not getting hurt unnecessarily. I'm for women who want to play the long game. I am for women who don't use casual sex as some sort of weapon or some sort of clout thing. Because sex does not give you clout. So if you are leading with your sexuality, a lot of you see how that ends. That doesn't end well. That doesn't age well at all. It doesn't age well at all. You said she's not talking about that. Well, what's being talked about here? I'm confused now. I've only had one relationship like that. My first and actual boyfriend was ugly too, but I was in love and didn't view him as ugly. It's the vibration of, I'm not really coming with any value equivalent to what the other person can bring me. That will mess you up. It will mess you up. So when you're choosing, picking, deciding, if you feel that you are so far out of this person's league, walk away from it. Let it go. And it might be hard, but I'm telling you, the only thing you get out of that is a setup for being baby mama, some sort of disease going on out here, some sort of something that you don't want. Some sort of something that you don't want. Salkis Re, do you trust the unattractive guys who are attracted to you more than handsome guys? No. No. It's not. I don't trust anybody. When I talk about these things, it's not about trusting them. It's about trusting yourself. And a lot of y'all entertain men that you entertain men, and when you're around them, you don't trust yourself. You have no resolve. You have no discipline. You have no authority. You have no assertiveness around these men. Those are the ones you walk away from. When you're around somebody who all of your self-trust is out the window, leave it alone. Because I've said on this platform before, you bring the morality, you bring the decency and the morality to any relationship you have with a man. You bring it. Because he will screw you on the first date if given an opportunity. If given an opportunity, what are we waiting for? Would be their thing. I want what's between your knees. You know, whether you like me or not is not my issue. You don't like me, okay, I can still ejaculate if you don't like me. That's the difference between men and women. A man cannot know you don't like him and still have fun with you. Still come hard with you. Women are slowly, well, not slowly, but kind of neck and neck with that insensitivity, lack of empathy, lack of humanity, you know, thing as well. But that's what it is. So no, it's not about trusting ugly men more. It's about picking situations where your discernment doesn't falter, where you feel authoritative and confident, where you feel that you're bringing as much value, if not more, to the situation, where you can say no with ease. If you are in a situation or in company with someone that you can't say no to, you're in trouble. You are in trouble. So much clarity now from watching your channel. Wonderful. I'm glad there's clarity going on. That's right. Shake the tambourine on that. You are not talking about men and women being together. That's what I feel your message is. I'm not talking about men and women being together. If you want, I don't know what you mean, but if I assume you're saying that I'm not talking about great relationships, is that what you mean? No, I'm not talking about that, because this channel is not really about I'm not a relationship expert. I'm not a relationship coach, a level up coach. That's not what I do. This channel is about people, about society, and about being an unattractive or average woman, or whatever you want to call yourself, within a society where everybody thinks they can get something from you for little or nothing. Everybody. The talk about relationships happens quite frequently because this is what y'all want to talk about. This is what's on your mind. This is what you worry about. This is what you desire. So these things have to be discussed. But the lesson within all of this is that you don't let nobody use you. You don't let anybody footstool you. You have to be strategic in all of your associations, whether it be friendships or lovers. That's what I talk about here on this platform. So if you want to talk, you want the great relationship kind of thing, I talk to women who are used by everybody. So talking about a great relationship to a woman who's primed for abuse is inconsequential. That's really not what we need to hear. We need to play defense out here. Yes, you can apply it to your career too. You can apply it to every aspect of your life. Everything that I talk about here. Everything. That's what it is. Now, I've said before that you can have a really meaningful relationship, but it'll probably be with a man who doesn't look as attractive as you would like. And when I say that, do y'all immediately say that I am promoting that you lower your standards? Y'all immediately go to all the excuses, or all what y'all call excuses, that men say. All the trivialities and the materialistic talk that you blame men for having, you now say, when I make the suggestion that, maybe you should, if you're fat, get a fat dude. Not two fat people, so that's not going to work. His belly and my belly rubbing together, no, that's not going to work. Huh? That's what you say. So the one thing men have over us is that, listen, they'll take what they can get. It may not be what they want, but they'll take what they can get, and they'll build a life with what they can get. A lot of y'all ain't taking what you can get. You're holding out for better because some whore done told you that you got status or you prettier than what you actually are. That's what it is. Men are more realistic. And I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear that. They are more realistic. If you ever had a boyfriend and you built like a beanbag, men are more realistic. If you ever had a boyfriend and he never seen your real hair, you can't show your real hair because you're bald underneath it, men are realistic. You don't leave the house without makeup. You don't leave the house without makeup. You put on your makeup to go to bed. And men ain't realistic? Hello? Where? UGC? Where? You can't go without a bra? You can't go without a bra or a girdle to wear a dress. And men ain't realistic? They not? Who are you perfect for? Who are you perfect for? Shake the tambourine. Who are you perfect for? I'm not perfect for nobody. Yes, I apologize. I apologize in advance. Now let's get it on. I am a vagabond, yes. Yes. I'm a poor math student, yes. I don't know math. Yes. Yes, I got deficits going on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Uh-huh. But I can make you a beef patty from scratch. Does that count? I don't know algebra, but I can make you a beef patty from scratch. Does that count? I'm going to do all I can do for you. What I am going to do is all I can do for you. That you can count on. But I am an apology. I am. I don't owe anybody beauty. That's right, Faith. You don't owe anybody that. People think you owe them that. You don't owe anybody that. What are they going to give you for it? A compliment. And an opportunity to be used. That's about all you're going to get when you're beautiful. A compliment and the opportunity to be owned or trophied, maybe, by somebody. And a whole lot of us ain't no trophy to nobody. We not. And that's not being self-deprecating. That's relieving yourself of the pressure to be something that you can't be. That's all we're doing here is releasing the valve. Because we're under pressure here. We have to release the valve for all the things that we think we need to be that we know we can't be. All I'm talking about is letting go of what you can't be. That's it. It's getting hot here. Letting go of what you can't be. Because people make fools of us. And people have the ability and very easy, they don't take no skill to make fools of us, because everybody sees us trying to be something that we can't be. Everybody sees it. And they're calling us fools out here. That's what it is. Besides saying they have a man, that's all they're getting. Listen, all of y'all could have a man. All of y'all could have a man. All of y'all have had a man. Most of y'all have had a really good man who you didn't want because you were holding out for better. You were holding out for something better than what you are. And you tried that something better than what you are, and he dragged your ass. He dragged you. He made you feel like a roach, small like a little gnat. So there's that. There's that. There's something to be said for building with somebody. I know a lot of y'all don't want to build with anybody. You want somebody ready-made, somebody, established, already established in a certain way, and I get all that. It is easier to be with somebody who's established. And the argument that these men don't really love you, they're all gonna cheat anyway, they're all disingenuous and all that stuff. All these conversations have a place, and some of these things are real. Some of these things you will have to face. But it's like, how do you stake a claim on someone who can have 100 or 200 or 300 women who are just a fraction better than you? Because that's what's happening out here. A lot of y'all are waiting to stake a claim on somebody who has had someone a little better than you. Not even a lot. Not even a lot. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And you're wasting time. Oh Lord, this garbage truck. And you're wasting time. So that's what's going on. A lot of y'all are wasting time waiting on something that doesn't exist for you. It just doesn't exist for you. If you're intimidated and insecure, you need somebody real compliant. A lot of y'all complain about these dudes. Oh, he don't have no self-esteem. Well, you don't either. Newsflash, you don't really have no self-esteem. So what you trying to get somebody who like themselves who'll abuse you? If you broken, he broken, you might be able to help fix each other. But no, you want somebody who got it all together and you're insecure. Make it make sense, UGC. Make it make sense. You scared to ask for a raise at work. You can't negotiate for nothing else in your life, but you want somebody with all this confidence. All this confidence for you. Make it make sense. Y'all be better off picking somebody just as insecure as you are. Or maybe even a little bit more who you can actually help. Oh, he's intimidated. That would be good. He's intimidated by me. And the complaint is, because you're in therapy. He's intimidated by you and you're seeing a therapist. You're on medication. I just feel like he's scared. He's scared and you're in therapy. Oh, my beer! UGC? I need more likes on this stream. I need more likes. I need more donations. I need y'all to get on Patreon and get in where you fit in. Ask your questions. Make your statements. Share your story times so that you can help other women live vicariously through your mistakes. Women need to hear real-time, real-world experiences. You can send your writings or your audios to herselfesteem@gmail.com. Where my admins at? herselfesteem@gmail.com. Send it in and I will post it. If it's something I find is helpful and not undermining to what the group stands for, it will be posted. When I see women with a long list of requirements for a man, I just shake my head. Yeah, it's a head shake on that too. It's a head shake. It's a bobblehead shake on that. It's like, you got all of this for what? I don't think he likes himself. There's a whole lot of people who don't like who they are. I don't know. To me, I just feel like he doesn't like who he is. And you wear a wig with the sticky bangs, a bra, a girdle, makeup. You on a crash diet. You're eating junk food. All kind of stuff going on. But you like yourself more than he likes himself. Make it make sense. So that's what it is. That's what it is. All right, y'all. I'm about to go to the gym and watch this comedy show that is The Gym. You join Patreon? Yes. Congrats. Thank you. And please feel free to share what you want to share. If you have a story time or a question you want to ask, I will post it on your behalf so you can get answers from not just me, from you. Voices of other women help us all. Perspectives from other women help all of us. So please, y'all don't play silent. Play the background. Thank you, Miss Get It, for your $9.99 super chat. I appreciate you. I want to join the community. Come on in and cause a ruckus. Y'all let other people, only a few people have a voice, and run y'all out. Y'all let people who are charismatic intimidate you. You don't let nobody intimidate you. You have to speak up for yourself. You have to speak up for yourself. That's how we do. Anyway, y'all, I'm about to go to the gym and get this sweat on to get that out the way. But I appreciate all of you, and I need for UGC to understand, listen, you get with any man, he's settling a little bit. Maybe not a lot, but definitely a little bit. You have to get over it. You got to get over it. And don't let it be all or nothing. When it comes to looks, all or nothing, No, you can still have a great relationship. There's plenty of great relationships out here between people who are not the epitome of what each other had in their head about what they wanted. And this is just reality. It's just dealing with reality. And that's it. All right. Peace and love.